Namaste, good evening, everyone.
Namaste, good evening to everyone.
Okay, so I'll just read back from where we were left yesterday. The grandeur and magnificence of humans is in making understanding prevail. It is this grandeur that humans can achieve a tradition of continuous happiness. They can achieve harmony in their interaction with animal world, plant world, and mineral world, making their use and right use while being grateful for their complementariness, thereby living purposefully. So yeah, we just had talked on this, and we actually thought of how much it would be a well-designed orderliness if the humans got their hands into making this orderliness more I mean, if is it possible to make it more orderly, because the human being has the imagination, so something quite wonderful can come out of it if we know the right purpose of existence. So we will be finding our purpose in that line also. Mm. The harmony with humans is as relationship, values, evaluation, and mutual satisfaction. We choose satisfaction over dissatisfaction. Every human is the anticipation of satisfaction, evidences coexistence through resolution, prosperity, trust in the present, and living in orderliness. Existence is the ultimate truth, since this itself has eternal continuity in the form of coexistence. Coexistence is continuously in effect. As a result, there is emergence of development and awakening. Okay, there are a couple of sentences that are actually very deep here. So let me just. So the harmony with humans is as relationships, values, evaluation, and mutual satisfaction. So a human being can feel in harmony with these things, basically relationships, values, evaluation, and mutual satisfaction. We choose satisfaction or dissatisfaction. Matlab, we are not going to want disorderliness. Wherever we see disorderliness, even when somebody else is fighting, we try to get involved and try to break them apart or try to dissolve it and try to stop the fight, so that's the kind of nature that all human beings have, apart from the humans who have some profit in motive in it. Otherwise, we always want to create some sort of harmony. Every human, in the anticipation of satisfaction, evidences coexistence through resolution, prosperity, trust in the present, and living in orderliness. Yes, so this line is again very nicely said and put here. Every human did this is apart from being caste, creed, or geographical place. We will find that all humans are wanting to feel satisfied, which evidences coexistence through resolution. Hmm. So, as we discussed yesterday, a lot of things, especially the places where we go together and we want to feel togetherness. Some people find togetherness in sampradaya, or maybe how we can put it, a sort of a clan, and we find a resolution in clan, means building clans of be it religion or be it uh, some things that are making you into a group, and we try to find resolution like that. There is also prosperity and trust in the present and living in orderliness. So we even discussed yesterday how the trust in the present is not prevailing right now, because we have all sort of a very diverse way of thinking, and that is actually creating all the sort of mistrust and distrust in everybody and everything else. People want to run for resources, governments want to run for resources at the end, and it is we are seeing that even small changes, somebody else puts the tax or doesn't put the tax, and we get people selling their shares because they are, they're not trusting what will happen tomorrow. So that is uh, the news of today. So I was thought of just trying to understand why so much panic, so much panic is happening, and people are just selling everything that they can. Again, they are selling it because they had bought it at a higher price, so they are selling it, and in their own selling they are actually reducing the price of whatever they had held to. And now there is another group of people who are wanting to buy the shares, and all these kind of things are happening, not trusting the present and living in orderliness. So when we are talking about humans wanting satisfaction, anticipating satisfaction, there is also orderliness connected with it. So living in orderliness is one of that main requirements. Existence is the truth, ultimate truth, since this itself has eternal continuity in the form of coexistence. Again, very deep. We usually say that our existence as an individual is the truth, the ultimate truth. We feel that only we exist and everything revolves around us. Sometimes, even a knowledgeable person will reach this sort of place where I am the ultimate guru, I am the ultimate. I was just happened to see this reel on IIT Baba, and I thought, why is he doing this? He's claiming that he's avatar of Kalki or something, and I don't know what is happening exactly there, but he is trying to unnecessarily create a chaos, and now everybody is not wanting to listen to him because he's not having versed with the idealism, and he's also not versed with these things, and so many things are happening. So when we see that existence is like a whole culmination of a lot of things happening together, then this ego in us dissolves also, that we are the ultimate doers or we are the ultimate creators of events even. And that is the true humble way of seeing the world. I mean, gratitude has to be there, primarily because we are not able to even construct a single atom in the laboratory. All we can do is just change their configuration, as in make compounds, but we cannot create any elements as such. All the elements are there from before, and yeah, I mean, how can we claim that we can do so many things the way that it is with some people that they do it, and yeah, and since this itself has eternal continuity in the form of coexistence. So I mean, again, it comes to that only the four excuse, the four orders, the material order, the plant, and the animal kingdom. So yeah, so that is the evidence of it in its continuity because of the coexistence of all the orders. Coexistence is continuously in effect. Let me just highlight it. Effect, as a result, there is emergence of development and awakening. So again, this is the pressing thing. Like, something will not stay the same, and development and awakening happens. So development in the sense towards matter, and awakening to the sense of humans will always indirectly or directly being pushed towards awakening. That is the way the whole thing is configured. We cannot just stay stagnant. And what we feel today in this day and age is actually some sort of triggers or some sort of pressure, some sort of uh, how do you say it? Yeah, just the pressure only towards going towards awakening, to learn quickly, to be wise quickly, and take the wisdom with us, Because if we don't, then we are saying that the collapse of all of the natural cycles is already started happening, and if we don't do it, then we'll only be the ones who will be suffering, as Jeevan will be not resolved. And so that is all a very big detriment, as we have understood in the previous work, that Jeevan gets awakened with the combination of Jad, which is the material body, and Chaitanya, which is the Jeevan itself. So the combination of these two, uh, enlightenment or awakening or becoming knowledgeful, happens with this combination. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. So, yeah, otherwise, if we don't do it in this life, we will have much trouble in the next life. In the much trouble, I mean, obviously, we will lose time, and we have to gather knowledge again. So, that's always not such a good future as we can see it right now. There's not so many places or pockets that the thing is happening. But yeah, unless we are the ones who create the parampara, the tradition of this knowledge being imparted to others, then only can we expect it to get to ourselves. So it's like we are paying back the debt, the LIC policy, which is there always, that you are paying something right now, so that if you have an accident, your relatives get the payment of that. But I would conclude that this darshan is the best LIC policy. I mean, of course, that is life insurance corporation. The LIC is that. This is like forever. I mean, there is life in continuities, So there is a life continuity policy here, which is going on, because everything that you contribute towards a resolution, be it in the samuday or the samaj or the individual family that you have, it comes back to you, and in one form or the other, at least your own jivan is resolved. So you are also going to take birth, or you're also going to take part in that place where you are needed, or where you are going to continue your journey. So yeah, I mean, we have to get this right also. Take the knowledge also, and also make a tradition of it. The development progression is a continuous activity of physicochemical reality. How many Jeevan atoms are to be is determined by the way of coexistence. It is not the doing of deluded humans. Okay, so maybe we can discuss this. It's not getting clear. I mean, the first line is okay. The development progression is a continuous activity of physicochemical reality. Okay, how many Jeevan atoms are to be is this determined by the way of coexistence. It is not the doing of deluded humans. Okay, until here I get what it's trying to say. I mean, the book is trying to say that Jeevan is the number of Jeevan are determined by coexistence. Not all atoms become Ghathanpurn, or though not all atoms becomes complete in the form that they become Jeevan, but based on coexistence, the requirement of coexistence, like not all hydrogen and oxygen atoms become water. That's what it's trying to say. So not all atoms becomes Jeevan. Okay, that's clear. But then this line is not being clear. It is not the doing of deluded humans. Maybe,
Yeah,
huh?
yes. If I think what they are trying to say is the Brahmit Manas, that is, I think, the deluded, the humans with our of delusion.
Right.
What happens in idealism is it is said that you will get a new birth, or there will be a Jivan if you have done something good.
Mm.
तो it is not the doing of the deluded humans उसके वजह से कितने जीवन atoms हैं.
Uh,
I think that's what it is connoting. I may be wrong. If someone else can also share their views.
yeah. It is not being doing of deluded humans. Okay.
Now, let me read in Hindi, then I think we
Ah,
may reach to a better conclusion.
yes, please. Yeah.
In Hindi, it is written that जीवन कितनी संख्या होना है, इसका
Mm.
निश्चय भी सह अस्तित्व सहज विधि से आता है,
हम्म।
भ्रमित मानव क्रम में आता नहीं।
भ्रमित
हम्म,
क्रम।
हम्म। कि
हम्म।
कितने
यहाँ जो
जीवन हो, यस, यहाँ आनंद भैया है। यस
ना,
यस
we
भैया।
need to be very clear about what is development, है ना?
हम्म।
गठन पूर्णता is development,
हम्म।
and the next stage is kriya purnata, then it is the acharan purnata.
हम्म।
Anything else is not development.
हम्म।
It appears as development, but that is not development.
हम्म।
All the physiochemical activities that are going on, they are a sum total of the impact of all existence on each other,
Right.
because they are connected and united by the formless entity that connects, unites, and is transparent to the extent that it does not impact the relationship they have between each other.
हम्म।
You know, if we consider physiochemical reactions as development, then you will get deluded.
हम्म।
We have to be very clear that completeness is there, where we are talking of stability and no change.
हम्म।
You know, kriya shunyata, that's there in Vyapak.
हम्म।
So everything sentient as well as the physical world is endowed in and regulated by that completeness.
हम्म।
Okay, the omniscient, omnipresent
Right.
energy field, or gyan as we call it.
हम्म।
You know, that in that, you know, within that
हम्म।
development happens. The first stage of development has already occurred. At the atomic level, Gatan Purnata, that is the completeness or the saturation or the life atom, has been formed.
Right.
And that formation has been dependent and defined by all other things that were there together. All the planetary movements, all the forces between them, all the. This is the whole process of their formation is the Vikas Kram.
हम्म।
You know, these physiochemical changes that are appearing as not the Vikas Kram.
Right.
Their existence as coexistence facilitated this Vikas.
हम्म।
So the process of development was, in the atom, there was exchange of electrons that continued till the state when Gatan Purnata was achieved.
हम्म।
And the number of Gatan Purna atoms is predefined and as per grand design. It
Right.
is not random.
Right.
So they are going to coexist.
हम्म।
The physical atoms, the different kinds of elements, the different kinds of flora, the different kinds of fauna, the different kinds of animals, they are all made up of atoms.
हम्म।
All those atoms are physical atoms.
हम्म।
From atom to cell, from cell to organ systems, from organ systems to self regulated entities, individuals like mammals.
Right.
So, all this is changes in the form of the atom.
हम्म।
That looks like development, but that is not development. That is
हम्म।
a recyclable thing.
Right. Cyclicity.
All this, yeah, they are all recycling.
हम्म।
From matter, they become the physical body form, and from body form, they become matter again.
हम्म।
So we should not get confused of this as development. This
हम्म।
is evolution as we define in English, but that is not development.
हम्म।
जिसको विकास बोल रहे हैं बाबा जी,
हम्म। ओके।
है ना? विकास जैसे वो लगता है, लेकिन वो विकास नहीं है.
हम्म।
गठन पूर्णता is the vikas.
हम्म।
And to attain Gatan Purnata, all these activities have a role to play.
Right.
So Vikas Kram, Vikas, Jagriti Kram, Jagriti, these two statements are the pillars of Madhyas Darshan.
हम्म।
We have to be very, very clear about understanding them.
And it's okay if we take 4 or 5 classes, if we
Mm.
have about 400 500 questions around it, because
Mm.
all the dialogues that we see are all pointing towards this.
Mm.
How things occur. See, what exists is what you're going to understand.
Right.
We see a tree growing and we think that is growth. That is
Mm.
the change of form.
Mm.
The next growth that is going to happen is the harmony in the Gatan Purna Parmanu.
Mm.
Free of friction, that is Chetana Vikas,
Mm.
where it will be free of friction
Mm.
in a harmonious state, where it is a resolved state.
Right.
And then, as a human being, human behavior is fixed, standardized,
Mm.
has the longevity. That is, the whole thing is universal resolution. And as a result of universal resolution, you will have consistent, uniform behavior, humane behavior, where you neither exploit nor allow others to exploit you.
Mm.
So you understand your constitution, that you are free of pull and pressure, and your body is going to face the pull and pressure from the surrounding atmosphere,
Mm.
and that is a tool for you to express your experience of the formless energy.
Mm.
When you start expressing and manifesting it, it becomes consistent humane behavior.
Mm. बहुत बढ़िया. Right.
Anand Bhaiya, will the number of Gathan Poon Parmanu, will they keep on changing or will they remain fixed?
They are all fixed as per the design of the planetary systems on every planet.
Okay.
So it means those which are in Gathan Sheel, they will not become Gathan Poon,
No.
they will remain as Gathan Sheel.
See, time is the ever present.
Okay.
So there is no time. When we talk of time, it is always in context to some desh, disha, right?
Hmm.
In existential reality level, time is Nitya Vartaman.
Mm.
Okay.
So we have to cling on to the basic axioms and then look at what is being expressed.
Mm.
अच्छा इसका मतलब it means that the number of Gathan Poon Parmanu, they are now
Mm.
fixed. They will simply keep on changing their form. That is from Jeev Avastha to Manav Avastha, like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. So it can be argued that at the some, I mean, if this darshan goes to its peak and we have resolution everywhere, can it be argued that there will be no more animals in this planet, on this planet?
No, no. Without animals, we won't exist.
Huh. Exactly.
Every element in existence has its role to play.
Mm. Yes. Okay. But
We,
also,
we,
yeah,
we you'll see a lot of research. They just say ki if the bees disappear,
mm.
humanity will be removed from the planet.
In 3 months, yes, yes, but I was asking this question regarding this phrase where there is awakening, and that is there is a continuously effect as a result. There is an emergence. This word, the emergence. So I thought that maybe because of the emergence and awakening, all the Jeevan will one day become humans to come to
No,
resolution, basically.
no. All the see the continuity will be the universal resolution. That will be in continuous form.
Hmm.
One person getting resolved is not going to be continuous because his body will not remain forever.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we are
Right.
not talking of 1% resolution, one person's resolution.
Nee, nee, yes, that's right. Yeah.
So it's universal resolution which will become a tradition. Every newborn baby will get resolved,
Hmm.
live in accordance with that. That will ensure the planet to be enriched.
Hmm. Okay.
The problem is now if the planet is not enriched, this body will not be able to exist.
Right.
So we will have all Jeevan here with no human bodies.
Uh, okay. Yeah. So that is another very negative extreme. Right.
So
Yeah.
you have to look at it holistically always. We have to, keep moving from the dot to the whole picture of coexistence,
Mhm.
then to the dot, and we have to do it seamlessly.
Yeah.
If you read all the books, no, very subtly Babaji moves to coexistence, and from that to that point, and from that point to coexistence, back
Mm.
and forth, continuity.
Right. Mm. Okay. But yeah.
Any other question anybody has? That would be very helpful for me.
Mm. I think everybody is.
तो भैया जैसे हम वो सुनते हैं ना, हर एक चीज की हर एक की यात्रा पत्थर से देवता बनने की यात्रा है. सो इट मीन्स द गठनपुर परमाणु दे आर फिक्स्ड. They will, and the due to evolution, what will happen, the tree at one stage, what will happen to a tree? Suppose today something is tree, in future that how it will become, that to come to the next stage.
But भैया tree is not having the जीवन ना. It will just be
नहीं
cycling
नहीं
through the.
नहीं
हाँ.
नहीं, ट्री में नहीं है. मैं
हाँ.
एक लाइन पढ़ी थी कि हर एक की यात्रा पत्थर से मूर्ति और देवता तक की यात्रा है ना.
But
तो
but
इवोल्यूशन हो रहा है हाँ हाँ
was
भैया
that
बताइए.
was that line in the darshan? I mean, it doesn't make.
आई थिंक दिस लाइन इज देयर इन दर्शन.
Okay.
कौन
Because
सा लाइन बता रहे हैं? I had to talk to somebody else. Can you please repeat, Ganesh भैया?
हाँ, वो एक लाइन पढ़ी थी कि जो ये यात्रा है, वो जो इकाइयों की यात्रा है, जो पत्थर से देवता तक की यात्रा है.
नहीं, कहाँ
तो
पे पढ़ा ये?
नहीं.
ये आई थिंक मैं दर्शन में ही पढ़ा कहीं. तो
नहीं भैया,
इवोल्यूशन
ऐसे
जो
तो नहीं, ऐसा नहीं करेंगे. आप आराम से उसको रेफर कर लीजिए. यू गेट दैट लाइन विद द बुक एंड पेज नंबर, वी विल टेक इट अप.
ओके
Because I think
ठीक.
also the way I see it is that there is Jeevan, and that Jeevan is consolidated only in the animal kingdom and the human bodies, and then anything
all
below that which.
animals which can all animals which can
हाँ बताइए.
receive signals from the human being are
Hmm.
all having jivan.
Right.
So if you look at the brain, there is the lizard brain,
Right.
reptilian brain, that's called as reptilian brain.
Hmm.
You have no emotions, no expressions.
Hmm.
They are all organized systems of existence. That's
Right.
pure biology.
Right. Right. Yeah, I also read somewhere that Babaji said that we have not even started to bring technology into biology. We are just working with the instruments which are made of matter. So once we bring biology, those kind of instruments and those kind of apparatus will be completely mind blowing, because they will be functioning, and indeed, like they will be in more harmony with the cycles also. Because what we have right now, like for example, solar panels, right? Is so much of input going into it, and it just generates a maximum of, I think they work from 18 to 20%. I don't think they even reach 20% efficiency. But if you look at a leaf, it is a biological entity, and it converts sunlight into glucose, and does so many activities other than that. So the point is that even the emergence of technology is still just stuck at the material level, and that we are also still behind in that way. So yeah, but as Bhaiya had said also, I think every atom is. I learned this new thing also myself today, that there is a limited amount of Jeevan, and those Jeevans are not going to get increased or decreased as per planetary configuration. But I also know that all atoms stay atoms, and their development is just this only. They keep on cycling. Basically, they form, and then they deform, but they stay the atoms only. And then the Jeevan is the one which has the awakening. And also, as we discussed today, the Jeevan has a number of limited Jeevans on this system. Bhaiya, can we say this galaxy system or this world? How do we say? There might be other
The whole
planets.
existence, the whole existence.
Okay, so that does it include all the galaxies which are there?
It includes everything. It includes everything.
Okay, so then
This is this
that's
is see again. See what we need to understand is
Hmm.
all the elements are in infiniteness.
Elements. Okay.
Every element is infinite in number.
Hmm.
We
Right.
don't need to count them. That is not the purpose of our
Right.
awakening.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What we need to know is the complementarity they have.
Hmm.
So around us, whatever is happening, that we need to understand
Right.
and live in order in accordance to that.
Right. But
And our vision can include everything. The
hmm.
only limitation of our vision is we can't stand outside of Vyapak and see this.
Ah.
So we are going to be within Vyapak
Hmm.
and seeing everything.
Right.
So the thing that is beyond our that is where our Kalpana Shakti gets quenched,
Right.
gets satiated.
Hmm.
Okay, I can think of everything very subtle. I can think of everything very gross, very vast, very big, very small. Everything I can do,
Hmm.
but I cannot think about Vyapak. I can only experience that.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. बढ़िया.
Okay,
The current
when I'm yeah,
stand that
yes.
I've tried looking at it is look with thanks to internet, thanks to I can be very confident that there is nothing which I don't know or can't understand.
Hmm.
Whatever I want to understand, I can find that out right now and understand that.
Yeah.
So understanding and logic has its own limitation.
Hmm.
But experiencing is something that I have to do, that doesn't change.
Hmm.
So, for a simple example, I can understand the structure of water, I can understand the impurities in water, I can understand that water is not just H2O, it has a lot of potassium, it has a lot of nitrogen. There is no, even the most distilled water, it contains something other than H2O.
Ah.
So, the more I know, the more I keep understanding, and my previous understandings they keep changing.
Right.
But the fact that I quench my thirst by drinking water,
Hmm.
once I experience that, then it never changes.
Right.
So I know that water quenches thirst of a human being, of an animal, of the plant, of the soil.
Hmm.
So that is experiencing.
Hmm. Hmm. Bhaiya, you want?
So now that knowledge is so widely available,
Hmm.
the quest for knowledge or the knowledge being something big is no more a need. So
Right.
I need to just experience. So I know whatever I want to understand, I can understand it at any point of time.
Right.
So साक्षात्कार जो चीजों का होना है that now become very easy for me.
Hmm.
But जो बोध और अनुभव होना है
Hmm.
वो मेरे को करना है और वो मैं व्यापक का जब कर लेता हूँ तो बाकी सब चीज तो अपने आप हो जाता है धीरे धीरे इजीली हो जाता है.
Hmm. Okay. So I think.
This
भाई
is my individual opinion. Na? This is nothing to do with the darshan. This is my.
नहीं आप नहीं नहीं, आपने भैया क्या कहा, साक्षात्कार इजीली हो जाता है, बोध और अनुभव मुश्किल से होता है।
वो मतलब पुरुषार्थ देखिए साक्षात्कार के लिए जो पहले जो हमको जितना पुरुषार्थ करना पड़ता था
हम्म।
thanks to internet and AI and other things, we have lot of tools to help us understand everything.
Hmm.
भैया दर्शन
जो
में तो उल्टा बोला है ना।
नहीं
दर्शन
नहीं
में क्या
दर्शन में यही बोला है दर्शन में यही
नहीं,
बोला है तर्क
दर्शन में
तर्क से हाँ बोलिए.
दर्शन में बोला है कि आपकी सारी मेहनत ही साक्षात्कार तक है ना। वंस
हम्म,
यानी कि अगर ये 1 फुट का स्केल है, 12 इंच का है, तो 11.5 इंच जो है वो साक्षात्कार तक है ना। और रिमेनिंग बोध और अनुभव वो तो मुश्किल से ½ इंच है। आप उल्टा बोल रहे हैं मुझे लग रहा है।
नहीं 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 मैं भी वही बोल रहा हूँ. मैं भी एग्जैक्टली वही बोल रहा हूँ। अब ये जो 11.5 इंच जाने के लिए मेरे पास साधन बहुत उपलब्ध हो गए, ये बोल रहा हूँ मैं।
तो फिर रह क्या गया? फिर तो आधा
जो
इंच ही
आधा
तो रह
इंच
गया।
जो आधा इंच वो रह गया।
आप कह रहे हो वो मुश्किल है।
अरे मैं तो बोल ही रहा हूँ ना, वही तो चीज है जो अभी तक अटक रही है। इतने सारे लोग इतने साल से लगे हुए हैं,
नहीं
एंड
भैया,
विथ
फिर तो
ऑल।
फिर दर्शन में फिर गलत लिखा है, इसका मतलब जो आप
नहीं
बात
नहीं
कर
नहीं
रहे
नहीं
हैं।
नहीं, कहीं कहीं गलत नहीं लिखा है। दर्शन में एग्जैक्टली ऐसा ही लिखा है कि साक्षात्कार तक पुरुषार्थ करना है अपने को, और इस धरती में अब व्यवस्था ऐसी बन रही है कि ये ज्यादा लोग इस चीज को कर पाएंगे।
शालिनी दीदी वांट टू से
Yeah.
समथिंग।
हाँ, मैं एक्चुअली थोड़ा सा लेट जुड़ी, मैं यूट्यूब पे लाइव सुन रही थी। मैं शायद बीच में ना थोड़ा मिस भी कर गई हूँ। मैं एक पॉइंट पे सुन रही थी, जीवन परमाणुओं को लेकर के बात हो रही थी। तो जीवन परमाणुओं की संख्या को लेकर के बात हो रही थी। तो आनंद भैया, मैं ऐसा समझी हूँ, मैंने एकदम पूरा अंत तक नहीं सुना आप लोगों की कितनी बात हुई उसको लेकर के, पर मैक्सिमम सुन लिया है उसका। तो आपने ऐसा कहा कि जैसे धरती है वहां पर परमाणुओं की, जैसे इसी धरती पर परमाणुओं की संख्या निश्चित है, मतलब उसको एक बार आप रिपीट करेंगे क्या मेरे लिए? जो भी आपके अंतिम कंक्लूसिव जो बात हुई उसको एक बार ही रख दें प्लीज।
देखिए, ये जो धरती का गठन हुआ है ना, हर प्लेनेट का गठन होता है।
हाँ।
तो इस धरती का जो गठन होना था,
हाँ।
गठन के होने के कारण ये शून्याकर्षण में आ गई,
हम्म।
है ना। और इस
हम्म।
धरती में विकास क्रम चल के जितनी अवस्थाओं की जरूरत थी वो सब
हम्म।
हो गया।
हम्म।
तो जो गठन पूर्ण परमाणु जो है, जो भी इस धरती में थे,
हम्म।
उनको लिए जो शरीर उपयुक्त होना चाहिए
हम्म।
वो अवस्था आ गई।
हम्म।
उस अवस्था में अब नेक्स्ट क्रम जो है क्रिया पूर्णता और आचरण पूर्णता होना है।
हम्म।
उसके लिए जो रास्ता है वो अध्ययन विधि से अगर करेंगे तो भास आभास प्रतीति, प्रतीति इज इक्वल टू साक्षात्कार बोध अनुभव,
हम्म।
फिर अनुभव का प्रमाण।
हम्म।
दैट इज द वे अहेड।
हम्म।
यहाँ तक आर वी अलाइंड?
हाँ, नहीं भैया, मैं तो जीवन परमाणुओं की संख्या को लेकर के जो बात हुई उसको
हाँ,
उसको कह रही
जीवन
हूँ।
परमाणु की जो संख्या
हाँ।
जितनी होनी चाहिए थी एज पर द ग्रैंड डिजाइन, उतना
हाँ।
निश्चित, भाई अस्तित्व निश्चित
हाँ।
है ना। गठन पूर्णता एक 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 इंस्टेंटेनियसली जो भी होना था
हम्म।
वो विकिरणीय विधि से पूरी मतलब एज ए रिजल्ट ऑफ ऑल द अदर थिंग्स दैट वर इन एग्जिस्टेंस,
हम्म।
वो एक घटना घट गई।
ओके, आप ऐसे कह रहे हैं जो गठन पूर्णता है वो विकिरणीय प्रभाव में एक बारी घट गई
हाँ
है ना, तो
हाँ
इसको भैया मैं, हाँ, इसीलिए आपने फिर भी बोला ना कि इसमें कुछ और अगर किसी को ऐड करना हो, तो
हाँ।
मैंने ऐसा ही समझा। भैया
हम्म,
इसको मैंने ना साधन भैया से पूछा, मैं आपको
अच्छा।
उनका मेरे पास एक रिटर्न में उत्तर आया, मैं सोच रही थी आपको एक बारी बता देती हूँ, है ना, मैंने
रीड
क्या
इट, अरे
उनको।
मजा आएगा, मजा आएगा। वेरी
हाँ।
नाइस,
हाँ।
आई बी हैप्पी टू लिसन टू दैट।
यस, तो आई हैड आस्क्ड हिम कि भैया क्या अस्तित्व में इस धरती पर पदार्थावस्था के सारे परमाणु तथा जीवन परमाणु एक साथ बने, है ना, मतलब एक क्रम में बन गए बेसिकली, और वो प्राणावस्था के आने से पहले, ये एक दूसरा प्रश्न है इसी में लगा हुआ,
ओके ओके
या नए, हाँ, और इसी में जुड़ा हुआ क्वेश्चन है, या नए जीवन परमाणु इस धरती पर अभी भी बन रहे हैं। तो
ओके।
भैया ने मुझे उत्तर दिया था, इसके बाद हमारी बात भी हुई थी फोन पे, इन्होंने
हाँ
उत्तर भैया, साधन भैया ने दिया है, ये
हाँ
जरूरत के अनुसार कहीं भी बन सकते हैं और कहीं भी जा सकते हैं,
हाँ,
है ना। तो
ठीक है।
उनका ऐसा, हाँ, ये एक जो बात है ना धरती पर, मतलब फिर मैंने जब फोन पे उनसे बात करी है तो उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि हाँ, अस्तित्व, मैंने कहा तो अभी तक जैसे मान लो जितने भी जीवन परमाणु हैं, है ना, इसमें काफी सारे जागृत होते हुए, है ना, जहाँ आवश्यकता लगेगी वहां कहीं जाएंगे, उस धरती पर जाएं, हो सकता है ना, या ना लें शरीर। तो उन्होंने कहा,
ठीक है।
उन्होंने ऐसा कहा कि नहीं, अभी और जीवन परमाणु जो है आवश्यकता रहेगी इस धरती पर, तो उस अनुसार अभी भी बन सकते हैं, ये जगह बनी रहती है अस्तित्व में है हमेशा। तो एक, मैंने सोचा ये आपको थोड़ा और शेयर कर
ठीक है ना,
देती हूँ।
देखिए वो अब नाउ दैट विद द कॉन्टेक्स्ट इट बिकम्स क्लियर। देखिए ऐसा है
हाँ। यस।
कि अस्तित्व में जरूरत बनेगी
हाँ।
तो हर धरती में और गठनपुर, मतलब आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग ऑफ दिस धरती, देन नाउ आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ
बस
एनी
बस
धरती,
बराबर, हाँ 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 हाँ, बिल्कुल।
है ना। जहाँ जरूरत
हम्म।
पड़ेगी वहां बन सकते हैं। वो विकिरणीय प्रभाव से वो जो इम्पैक्ट जैसे बनेगा,
हम्म।
तो वो गठन पूर्णता बनेगी, वो मतलब विकास क्रम एक फर्स्ट स्टेज विकास होगा, है ना।
बिल्कुल 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 भैया, है ना, बिल्कुल।
तो अस्तित्व
भैया
स्थिर है कि जब बात करते हैं अपन उस स्थिर अस्तित्व में किसी भी धरती पे ये विकास क्रम जो चल रहा है,
हम्म
वो जितना जितना जैसा होगा वैसे जरूरत पड़ेगी वैसे चलता जाएगा।
भैया
बढ़िया।
दूसरी बात भी क्लियर कर दे, शालिनी दीदी आप भी हैं।
हम्म
ठीक
हम्म
है, भैया ने कहा कि साक्षात्कार तो मेरा आराम से हो जाता है और दिक्कत बोध और अनुभव में है। तो
हम्म
जो व्हाट आई हैव रेड, उसके
हम्म
अनुसार तो सारी मेहनत साक्षात्कार तक है,
साक्षात्कार।
उसके बाद अनुभव बोध होना तो आधा इंच रह गया, 11.5 इंच।
हाँ हाँ हाँ
इसका
हाँ।
थोड़ा और क्लियर कर दे प्लीज।
भैया जो साक्षात्कार है, जिसमें जिसको बाबा जी कहते हैं दम लगाना पड़ेगा, रीढ़ की हड्डी से पसीना निकलेगा, ये सारी जो बातें, जिससे ना मतलब आदमी एक डरता भी है ना। और उसको जो अभी आनंद भैया कह रहे हैं, वो मुझे लगता है बढ़िया बात कह रहे हैं। उसको मैं ऐसे समझती हूँ कि जो पूर्वाग्रह, पूर्व स्मृतियां और पूर्वाभ्यास, इनको मिला मिला के समझने का जो एक अभ्यास है ना, सारी जान यहाँ पे लगानी पड़ती है जब एक इंडिविजुअल समझने खड़ा होता है ना। मतलब क्योंकि अभी हम लोग संक्रमण काल वाले हैं ना, जीवन विद्या योजना वाले, जो अपने चेतना विकास मूल्य शिक्षा योजना से जो बच्चे समझेंगे ना, तो ये कठिन प्रक्रिया नहीं है। लेकिन जो पूर्वाग्रह, पूर्व स्मृतियां और पूर्वाभ्यास को मिला मिला के जो समझते हैं, इसमें एक बाबा जी लाइन बोलते हैं। वो कहते हैं कि देखिए, मैं आपको पढ़ के सुनाती हूँ। मेरे पास इस समय पेपर रखा हुआ है मेरे पास ही। इसमें लिखा है, बेसिकली वो, एक सेकंड ना, मैं ढूंढ लूं, मुझे मिल जाएगा।
हाँ हाँ, आराम से, आई आई
लिखते हैं
रियली गेट
बाबा
योर
जी।
पॉइंट। हाँ।
हाँ, वो बेसिकली कह रहे हैं बाबा जी कि अभी तक हम जो कुछ किए हैं, है ना, उसको हम उसमें थोड़ा सा हिस्सा को भी सही माने रहते हैं ना, यही रुकावट की जगह रहती है। पूर्व में जो कुछ भी हम किए रहते हैं, उसको हम सही माने रहते हैं।
बहुत बढ़िया।
एब्सोल्युटली, एकदम बेसिकली
हाँ।
देखिए क्या है ना,
और
डबल थिंक।
आप देखोगे जिन लोगों को भी दर्शन में गति बनी ना, सबसे पहले उन लोगों ने सब पूछ पूरा जो भी गठरी जो सर पे ढो रहे थे ना, कि पहले ये सही था, पहले वो सही था, सारे लोग जिनकी गति बनी, आप देखोगे ना दर्शन में, पिछले कुछ वर्षों में मैंने देखा बहुत लोगों की बहुत तेज गति बन गई। उसका मुझे तो, मैं अपना व्यक्तिगत एक रख रही हूँ यहाँ पे एनालिसिस। उसका एक कारण यही था कि इस वाली गठरी को जो लोग उतार के ढोने से बाज आ गए ना, उनकी गति बन गई। और जो लोग अभी भी बाज नहीं आ रहे, उनकी गति नहीं बनेगी। तो ये जो ये पसीना है ना, बाकी भाई ये तो रहस्य मुक्त बात है ना, पूरी बात बहुत सरल है। एक
हाँ
बात भैया, दूसरी बात मुझे लगता है इसके अगर व्यावहारिक पक्ष को देखेंगे, तब स्पष्टता होती है। एक तो है कि हमको ये मानसिकता में बनना है ना, मतलब हम अनुभव के साथ तदाकार हो रहे हैं, क्रमशः तदाकार होते चले जा रहे हैं। तो एक हिस्सा ये हो गया। दूसरा है व्यावहारिक पक्ष को प्रकाशन के लिए जो जोर लगाना है, वो एक जोर लगाने वाली चीज जो है, जिसको हम एक संगठित होने तक का जो एक जोर है ना, मन, वृत्ति और चित्त के स्तर पर, या व्यक्ति में समाधान, परिवार में समृद्धि,
समृद्धि।
है ना, ये वाला जो जोर है, ये भी बहुत तगड़ा जोर है। क्योंकि
हाँ
उसके बाद जो है ना, अखंड समाज का प्रकाशन कठिन नहीं है, लेकिन वो जो 6 सोपान तक का जो प्रकाशन है व्यावहारिक स्वरूप में, जब हम इसको देखेंगे, उसी को साक्षात्कार भी कह रहे हैं। उसी को जब हम व्यावहारिक भाषा में बोल रहे हैं, तो उसको 6 सोपान तक की व्यवस्था बोल रहे हैं। ये तो भैया दम लगाने वाली जगह है, नहीं गणेश भैया?
नहीं दीदी, क्लियर,
हाँ।
अब देखो, थोड़ा
हम्म
बिल्कुल क्लियर करो इस बात को, इससे कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट हो रहा है
मैं थोड़ा
बातों
सा
को।
ट्राई करता हूँ, मैं थोड़ा सा
हाँ
ट्राई
भैया,
करता हूँ।
अब मेरा क्वेश्चन क्या है, जो आनंद
हम्म,
भैया ने कहा कि
हम्म,
मेरा साक्षात्कार तो आराम से हो रहा है,
हम्म,
बोध और अनुभव होने में दिक्कत आ रही है। ठीक है। और
हम्म,
मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि जो बुक्स में पढ़ा हमने, उसमें
हम्म,
ये पढ़ा कि सारी मेहनत साक्षात्कार तक है, यानी
हम्म
उनको एक स्केल के रूप में बताया।
हम्म,
ये हमारी सुबह वाली चर्चा में भी एक बार बात उठी थी, है ना, कि
हम्म
अगर
हम्म
एक 12 इंच का स्केल है तो 11.5 इंच साक्षात्कार तक की मेहनत है। उसके
हम्म
बाद जो बोध और अनुभव है वो आधा इंच है।
हम्म
तो इससे इससे क्या हुआ, इससे तो ये हो रहा है कि सारी मेहनत साक्षात्कार तक है। अगर आपको साक्षात्कार सही रूप में हो गया, तो
हम्म।
फिर आगे की तो यात्रा बोध और
आसान।
अनुभव होना। हाँ, मैं ये कह
हाँ,
रहा हूँ।
इसमें
आनंद
भैया
भैया ने,
कंफ्यूजन क्या हुआ? आपने
तो
जो
आनंद
कहा, जो
भैया,
मैंने कहा, और उन्होंने
हाँ
कहा, मेरे हिसाब से तीनों लोगों ने एक ही बातें कही। आप
नहीं,
अपना
आप
कंफ्यूजन शेयर
आनंद
करिए।
आनंद आनंद भैया ने उल्टा कहा था कि भाई मेरा
अच्छा।
साक्षात्कार तो हो गया,
नहीं 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 नहीं, एक
आराम से
मिनट, एक मिनट, मैंने एक मिनट मैंने मेरा साक्षात्कार हो गया शब्द अगर आपके पास पहुंचा है तो देन विल चेंज दैट, कि मेरा
हाँ
साक्षात्कार की बात नहीं कर रहा, मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ
हाँ
कि थैंक्स टू इंटरनेट एंड थैंक्स टू एआई
हाँ।
ये क्लैरिटी होती है कि किसी भी चीज के बारे में अगर मेरे को समझना जानना है तो दैट
हम्म।
इज इजीली अवेलेबल नाउ फॉर ह्यूमैनिटी।
ओके।
तो जो भी अंतर्विरोध वाली चीजें हैं, डबल थिंक है, या जो कॉन्ट्रडिक्टरी चीजों को मैं ढो के चलने की जो मेरी आदत है,
हम्म।
उससे मुक्त होना इजी है, क्योंकि भ्रम मुक्ति है बेसिकली।
हम्म
we have to be rid of all the double things that we have.
हम्म।
Reality is one,
हम्म।
उसको हमको देखना है।
हम्म।
गणेश भैया वो ऐसा कह रहे हैं, अभी वंदे भारत चल पड़ी है साक्षात्कार के लिए, आप समझ रहे हैं? वो इतना ही कह रहे
तो
हैं, है ना?
मैं दीदी, मैं यही कह रहा हूँ, अगर वंदे भारत चली गई है तो फिर तो बहुत,
हाँ,
और आगे अनुभव में भी वंदे भारत तो है ही, ऑलरेडी थी,
चलेगी
है
चलेगी
है
चलेगी
ना।
भैया।
एक
तो
एक
फिर भी
मिनट
कोई
भैया, है ना, एक एक थोड़ा सा अपन क्लियर कर लें, ये जो ना 12.5 इंच और ये जो वाला है ना, वो एक कॉन्टेक्सचुअल डिस्कशन है।
हाँ।
बाबा जी का तो कहना ये है कि साक्षात्कार तक ही आपकी मेहनत है, बोध अनुभव नेचुरली होना है।
यही
उसमें वो
यही
आधा
चीज।
इंच भी नहीं है, मतलब ज्यादातर डिस्कशंस, मतलब खूब डिस्कशन हुआ है इस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे। राकेश भैया, श्रीराम भैया, अशोक गोपाला जी, है ना, वो प्रेम सिंह, इतना डिस्कशन उन्होंने किया है। आतिशी दीदी और प्रेम सिंह के तो 46 वीडियोस का सेट है पूरा।
हम्म।
इतना मूविंग है, मतलब आई एम ग्रेटफुल टू देम, कितनी मेहनत करी है उन्होंने इस बात को डिसेक्ट करने के लिए, कि जो आप बोलते हो ऐसे होएगा, ये और किसी को हो क्यों नहीं रहा
हम्म।
है ना। उनका क्वेश्चन ये था कि हम 20 साल से लगे हैं, 25 साल से आपके साथ आके ये कर रहे हैं, हमने एक गाना बनाने का कर लिया, इतना कर लिया, उतना कर लिया, फिर भी हमको हो क्यों नहीं रहा है ना, व्हाट आर वी मिसिंग। तो दोज
राइट।
डिस्कशंस आर वेरी वेल लेड आउट, सब में बहुत उनका, बाबा जी का जो बहुत क्लियर है ना, कि इफ यू आर फ्री ऑफ डाउट्स एंड क्लैरिटी अगर हो गई तो आपको बोध में सिर्फ क्लियर ही जाएगा,
हम्म।
कंफ्यूजन बोध में जाएगा नहीं। साक्षात्कार कंप्लीट होना मतलब यू आर फ्री ऑफ ऑल कंफ्यूजन द वेरी मोमेंट यू हैव साक्षात्कार कंप्लीट। बोध अनुभव इंस्टेंटेनियसली उसी मोमेंट में हो जाएगा। ये जो आधा इंच वाला जो आप बात कर रहे हो भैया, वो एक पर्टिकुलर कॉन्टेक्स्ट में एक मेजर करने की कोशिश में किया गया है, दैट इज नॉट देयर इन द दर्शन, वो उनके
नहीं
संवाद में है।
नहीं, दर्शन
वो
में,
वो संवाद
बुक में
नहीं
ही
नहीं, वो
लिखा है।
संवाद नहीं नहीं, संवाद में वो
हाँ
जो
हाँ
क्वेश्चन है, वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट है, जो पूछ
हम्म
रहा है उसके लिए वैसा जवाब दिया गया है।
राइट।
वो
ये वैसे
ठीक है
भी मेजरेबल
भैया,
है ही नहीं।
भैया भैया मैं
हाँ।
ठीक है, मैं समझ रहा हूँ उस बात को, मैं
हाँ
इतना थोड़ा सा समझ लेता हूँ। मैं सिर्फ यही कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि हाँ, ये जैसे आपने एक लाइन बोली थी ना, मुझे वहां पे थोड़ा सा खटका लगा कि ये क्या कहा सर ने, कि भैया
हाँ
ने
हाँ,
ये
नहीं कोई
क्या
बात
कहा
नहीं, अपन अरे
ना।
क्लियर
और
करना है तो जरूरी, अपन बैठे हैं
हाँ
इसलिए।
बस, नाउ इट्स क्लियर है ना।
ओके।
अर्लियर यू स्पोक दैट लाइन और मुझे एकदम से स्ट्राइक किया, यार ये क्या हुआ, है ना, पढ़ा और समझा तो ये था। तो इफ इट इज क्लियर नाउ, देर इज नो
हाँ,
इशू, है ना।
हम्म।
बढ़िया बढ़िया भैया, थैंक यू।
यस यस। हाँ जी।
I think I just want to add one more lines. Every time I used to argue with Shalini also that if we take this darshan to some people who are atheists or who are not having any sort of background in any sort of idealism or something like that, then I think it will be prevailing very fast. Is that right? Am I right to say that?
भैया जो
Asli?
भी ओपन होगा ना, उसके
हाँ।
लिए इट विल बी वेरी फास्ट, यू हैव टू बी ओपन बस,
राइट। बढ़िया।
है ना। क्लोज डोर से नहीं जाएगी चीज।
हम्म।
अनंत कोण से देखने की प्रवृत्ति होनी चाहिए अपने को, कि भाई ट्रूथ को अनंत कोण से देख के ही आप पूरा कर पाओगे।
हम्म। बढ़िया।
भैया यात्रा आनंद तक की ही है, वो आनंद को हमको सिर्फ पाना है।
बस मेरा नाम इसीलिए ये रखा है दीदी, डोंट
इसलिए ही
वरी।
मैं कर रही हूँ भैया। मैं उसी वे से बोल रही हूँ। जी जी
बहुत
बिल्कुल।
बढ़िया। Yeah, I thought of closing the book because this was discussion was really good. So maybe if somebody else wants to add to this, or they maybe they find their learnings or share their
नो
hurdles,
आई
maybe.
थिंक भैया जो हमने वो दो तीन जो लाइंस जिससे डिस्कशन शुरू हुआ है,
Hmm.
शायद वो लाइंस को एक बार फिर से इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करने की, उसको फिर से देखने की जरूरत है।
Hmm.
मैं तो जरूर से एक बार
Yeah.
पढ़ूंगी। जैसे कोएग्जिस्टेंस वो कह रहे हैं, इट इज कंटिन्यूअसली इन इफेक्ट,
Right.
है ना।
Hmm.
एज अ रिजल्ट देयर इज इमर्जेंस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट एंड
Awakening.
या, एक
Hmm.
मिनट है भैया।
Hmm. I think she might have got a call or something. ठीक है।
सॉरी भैया, एक
हाँ
पेशेंट है, सॉरी।
हाँ, कोई
आप
बात नहीं।
कंटिन्यू, मैं वरना नेक्स्ट सेशन में करेंगे। यस,
Yes,
सॉरी।
कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है। So, yeah, anybody else wants to add to this? Shalini, thanks for pitching in and giving us some guidance also. बहुत बढ़िया. And Anand Bhaiya, as always, it's great to have you us with us. Uh, we are getting more and more perspective and more clarity all the time.
I'm learning. I'm learning with you.
हाँ, बहुत बढ़िया. Okay. So I will just read it again, just to get it again simplified a little bit more. Coexistence is continuously in effect. As a result, there is emergence of development and awakening. The development progression is is as continuous activity of physicochemical reality. How many Jeevan atoms are to be is determined by the way of coexistence. It is not the doing of deluded humans. Existence has manifested all the four orders naturally, which has no human contribution. Humans could not evidence complementariness with the rest of nature. Instead, they have only been exploiting it. बहुत बढ़िया. So even this we can also see that this is the case. We have not understood it, and on top of that, by not understanding it, we have just been exploiting it. Hmm. I just want to discuss, since we have some little time, I just want to discuss. I mean, there were humans or Jeevans that were living in harmony, but at that time, maybe it was still the pad was there, the position or the person who had achieved the highest number of maybe killings, or maybe he was a strong man or something like that. So that's why maybe it was still not evident. But yeah, there are so many clans, or there are so many civilizations which have existed in the past who were, I think, in a little bit more harmony than what was there. In the past, we look at the Red Indians who are also having great complementarity and contribution towards nature also. But again, I think they also have their own story of uh, the bigger clan or the stronger Red Indian group, and then they're killing and then they're fighting also. So that also was evidence there. So it never, the coexistence thing was never realized fully. I think that there was just parts and parcels that was being that understood in the past. And even in idealism, we also see this, that it was just in fractions and in small parts also. Even in people who were living in the jungles, there was always this point of fear, a point of not having food. So all those kind of things were there. So the human was always on a uncomfortable position to, like, think beyond anything that is for survival. So I think that is the reason that we have not actually evolved as such. And then slowly but surely, when we got the comfort, we just got completely taken away by the comfort. And especially with the invention of money and paper currency, I think everything just, and the internet and the computers, I think it just took off. Like the materialistic world just took off in the last, I think, maybe 20 years, 20 or 30 years. There's an exponential growth based on complete exploration of the resources. It was not such an exploitative nature before that, I think. So somehow capitalism, I think, would be countable for this drastic place that we are in right now. So yeah.
Around 200 years of exploitation. जब industrialization was the shift, वहां से the whole economies of scale शुरू हुआ. फिर जो
Right.
अपन ने मूवीज देखी,
Right.
मतलब 1900 में वो डिसाइड किया कि बल्ब की लाइफ ज्यादा है तो इसको कम करो,
Hmm.
है ना. तो
Right.
क्वालिटी डिटेरियोरेट करना जो शुरू हुआ, वो इसे बहुत ज्यादा पुराना नहीं है,
Hmm.
बट द कंप्लीट नॉलेज वाज नॉट अवेलेबल. एंड
Yeah.
अभी भी आप समझे ना कि इंटरनेट और एआई आर गोइंग टू बी वेरी बिग बून फॉर पीपल टू. देखो, दो दो चीजें होती है ना, एक एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग होता है, एक एक्सपीरियंसिंग होता है.
Hmm.
अभी अपन लोग है ना, नॉलेज मतलब नोइंग सर्टेन थिंग्स इज वैल्यूड मोर.
Right.
तो वो जब उसकी वैल्यू खत्म कब होगी, मतलब सबको सब कुछ पता हो सकता है, ये जब आ जाएगा कि भाई आप लैंग्वेज से लिमिटेड नहीं हो,
Right.
आपका ट्रांसलेशन इतना बढ़िया हो गया, आपको मतलब यूर capability to know anything is as good as everybody else,
Hmm.
then you become equal. So फिर what do? Then you need to go to the next step.
Right.
That will be experiencing. So this the whole movement is towards enlightenment for all.
Hmm.
Universal resolution, sarvabhaum vyavastha. जो
Hmm.
ना, basically we are all marching towards that, and it has become the need of the planet at this time.
Right.
So Babaji has many times said that ki bhai, what I did was needed now,
Right.
and that is why, because of the he was very always grateful to all those people who had earlier done certain things that helped him
Right.
get this knowledge. Because if the atomic theory and the atomic explanations were not there,
Hmm.
he would not have been able to explain what he saw.
Right. Right. Even the ninth standard kid can actually connect with Babaji's words because
Yeah.
exactly because of science had done that
टू
part.
1832 का स्ट्रक्चर का आइडिया नहीं रहता अपने को, 2 to the power n-1 का अगर फॉर्मूला नहीं रहता,
Ah.
तो आप क्या करते उस नॉलेज को.
Hmm. Right.
तो
But बहुत
इट्स लाइक ए जिग्जा पजल ना, एवरीथिंग
ah.
फेल इनटू प्लेस
Right. Right. Right.
ब्यूटीफुली.
Right. Yeah. So it's like from the industrial age to the information age, and now we are going to the knowledge age.
हाँ,
And
एक्सपीरियंशियल एनलाइटनमेंट ये
exponential.
कह रहा है. हाँ.
हाँ, बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया। हम्म, बहुत बढ़िया। Let me see if I can just.
Anything that I say feels out of tune or out of order, I'm really interested in knowing the lacunas so that we can make a close knit understanding जिसको किसी को भी बताना easy हो. What
हम्म,
happens is when we go and talk to someone and we are not able to answer their questions,
हाँ,
then we feel stuck.
राइट। नहीं, बहुत बढ़िया चल रहा है भैया। आई थिंक एवरीबडी इज इन द सेम बोट। मे बी दे माइट बी नॉट कन्वर्सिंग their thoughts, but they have understood what they are saying. Am I right? We have some young audiences also who are usually at the back bench. They are not speaking much, but let's see. शिवांगी,
Multitask.
शिवांगी बेटा, बहुत बढ़िया चल रहा है ना?
हाँ, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया.
So they are there, and they are. I think Shreyanshi Didi is also there. So yeah, I think when we are also talking, they are also having their doubts cleared. Also, I doubt if we are having any sort of uh, disorderliness in that sense that we are creating in them. बहुत बढ़िया.
It's getting interesting day by day, actually.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, that we are, when we are talking, it is getting clearer and clearer to me also. I added that agar a person who is an atheist also, or a person who is having the jigyasha, curiosity, it will be downed by him very easily. So that is very positive thing about this
Yeah,
darshan.
actually, I think atheist or non-atheist does not matter, because the best part about darshan is that there is nothing related to dharam or anything.
हाँ,
So they do believe that there is this superpower or super somebody like above us all, but then there is no dharam in it. So
right.
I think that is what appealing me the most
Hmm.
for now. Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, so basically, it can be taken to the whole of humanity, and whole of humanity uh, naturally should not have any sort of resistance or any sort of dispute, because this is something to do with what is existence, basically, and the knowledge of it, and basically parting it with conversations, with adhyan, with reading of the books, exploring it within, and such sort of. Explanations being taken care. So yeah, I think it's a very nice position that we are in. We are very lucky, I think, to be alive and to take this kind of place. And with that, I would like to end because we are also out of time. It was great discussion, everyone. Thank you very much. We hope to meet tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.